On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
I know people that, housewives, some of them, not all of them, you know, nice little glass of Cabernet Sauvignon.
Right? And some people got maids. Some people don't even clean their own damn house. Like they got maids.
That too.
They use a dishwasher. Y'all probably don't even hand wash y'all
My
dishes.
wife is so awesome, but I'm gonna be honest with you. She get up, she take my daughter to school, and then she come back home and lay in the bed and get the rest of her sleep on before she get up and do whatever she want to do throughout the day. Come on, man. Let's be real.
To answer your question, no, I wasn't saying that it's harder. I was just saying that it's like, I think according to like, if he's saying marriage is 85% the women, 15% the men, he's speaking more to the responsibility in the marriage or in maintaining a household within the marriage. So from that aspect, that's what I was saying. Not necessarily that it's harder or easier for either party.
Okay.
Yeah, plus I think, maybe I don't understand either, but I think that it should always average out to 100%. Like sometimes, I mean, if you plan on being together forever, a person might not be, giving as much as they could or even should. But if you're committed to a marriage, in my opinion, like people just pick it up where it needs to be picked up. And at the end of the day, you're both working towards a common goal. You're both supporting each other. You're both trying to hold each other accountable. And like, that's just what I think. I think
that the number that he put up there is accurate.
I don't know.
If you're using it to translate how beneficial it is to each person that's in it. I think that is much more beneficial for women than it is for men.
Now that makes sense.
I think that it is beneficial for men to get married, especially considering certain circumstances and what you're trying to accomplish. But if you're looking at who benefits the most in a marriage, overwhelmingly, I believe that women benefit as a result of it than men.
So to your point, I agree with that, but that ain't where it says benefit isn't in the question.
None of it was in the question. He just said marriage is 85% women and 85% men, and that's why we just trying to figure it out what it is.
Yeah.
And so when I read it, the first thing that I thought was, oh yeah, marriage is much more beneficial for women than it is for men. It's the first thing that popped in my head.
Especially for divorces.
Well, the stats don't say that.
Yeah.
That marriage is actually more beneficial to a man than a woman.
In what way, Courtney? Let's talk about it.
Longevity. Men live longer if they're married. Men make more money if they're married. And these are just stats.
Right. But
so
here's
in
the
the long run, in marriage, we don't want to talk about it.
Okay, but here's the key though.
More the responsibility in a marriage though.
We make more money, but it takes exponentially much more in order to support you. So we don't have a choice, right? And when you say that men are much more successful that are married, that is true. But I'll tell you that it cost me 3 to 4 times to do what I would normally do if I wasn't married. So the context matters, right? When you start to look at it the other way, though, and you look at it in the reverse, women that aren't married suffer exponentially more than men who aren't married.
Facts.
Which means it's much more beneficial for you than it is for me.
So what it's proven is that not only do men live longer, I know chat niggas gonna assemble, but this is just stats. It's not me saying it. It's less stress that the man has. So the benefits of men getting married is health benefits. It's not the same for women.
Yeah,
so
but again,
who benefits more from marriage?
Is who?
It's men.
No way.
Courtney, were you on the show when Trail was here and we talked about that?
I'm not. These are not my words. I told you.
Think about it, though, Courtney. Think about it. No.
Right.
Let's put it in perspective, Courtney.
Hey, I'm no.
Let's talk about it, right?
All right.
Why? the first thing that I hear women say on a regular basis is, man, I would love to stop doing what I'm doing and being a housewife.
Yes.
I would love to stop doing what I'm doing and being a housewife. Men work harder when they get married, not less. Women work less when they get married, not harder.
So the implication there is that being a housewife is not any work. So there's no cooking, no cleaning, no maintaining the house, raising the kids, balancing checkbooks, like, you know, maybe packing lunches, household appointments, shit like that, like being mom, nurse, chef.
No. Me and Courtney had this conversation. The majority of these women that are housewives
don't even do
are
that.
winos. That's what they are.
Not rhinos.
They are out here sipping wine, pushing strollers, pretending to do a lot more than they do. Now, I'm not saying that it isn't. No. Listen. I'm not saying that there isn't.
Women do more things.
Yeah, trust me. I know. I've been married for 18 years and I raised a daughter. That's 13 years old. I know exactly what it takes in order for a woman to be married. But let me be clear. The reason why you choose and you would prefer to just be a housewife is because it's exponentially easier to do that than to be out there competing with me in the field trying to figure out how it is that you're going to raise, how you're going to pay your bills. It's much easier for you to do some dishes and balance a checkbook and then get your wine for the rest of the afternoon than it is for you to be out there trying to compete for resources with me.
Listening to that white man tell you go over there and balance his books.
And you better not come back from lunch late.
And for vacation time. Oh.
Like, what are we talking about? All of that stuff that she said was fluff.
Do you think
be a housewife or
maintaining the house
everything
is harder? Because he was saying men work harder, right? Because we're working to provide resources. Now we're taking on additional responsibilities in the sense of your wife, in the sense of, you know, if you got kids now. So a man's mind is thinking, how can I get more resources to provide and protect for my family? Whereas when we bring those resources into the house, now the woman may administer, she may serve as the administrator of the house, right? So she's cooking, she's cleaning. But they did talk about this on the show. You know, definitely doesn't take 8 hours to, you know, cook and clean, right? So, and when he said, I know for a fact, I'm in the suburbs right now. I know people that housewives, some of them, not all of them, you know, nice little glass of Cabernet Sauvignon.
Right. And some people got maids. Some people don't even clean their own damn house. Like they got maids.
That too.
They use a dishwasher. Y'all probably don't even hand wash y'all dishes.
My wife is so awesome, but I'm gonna be honest with you. She get up, she take my daughter to school, and then she come back home and lay in the bed and get the rest of her sleep on before she get up and do whatever she want to do throughout the day. Come on, man. Let's be real.
To answer your question, no, I wasn't saying that it's harder. I was just saying that it's like, I think according to, like, if he's saying marriage is 85% the woman, 15% the man, he's speaking more to the responsibility in the marriage or in maintaining a household within the marriage. So from that aspect, that's what I was saying. Not necessarily that it's harder or easier for either party.